Hi guys, welcome back to Vitale Style. Today I want to share with you my no makeup and today is a great day for it because I am just going to be working from home, running a few errands. Nothing super exciting. This is not the kind of makeup that I would wear if I was standing outside for hours and hours on end because I need something that's sort of, the products I would use for that are products that would stay on the skin a lot longer, and I will share that some sort of summer makeup with you next week because I do have some, I do think that the combination of products I do use allow for the makeup to stay on the face and not melt. So keep on the lookout for that. But this one is going to be just like my 5 minutes no makeup that you have all been requesting from the videos last week. So I'm excited to share with you. The one thing I wanted to point out that I already did was fill in my eyebrows, but I'm not sure if you can tell they're not as sculpted as they usually are, and that's because normally I use my Anastasia dip brow and I do the concealer trick to really sculpt them perfectly. But when I'm doing something like my no makeup, I just think that if you go overboard with your eyebrows, then it just looks sort of incomplete and there's not a really good balance. You've got these big shaped eyebrows and then really bare everywhere else. So what I do is I just fill it in with my MAC pencil and spiked. That's the only thing I use, and I don't use any concealer to shape anything up. I just use my MAC spiked pencil and then I just set them in place with my Anastasia clear brow gel. That's it. Very simple, nothing too sharp. It's not too dark. The Anastasia is a little bit darker. It gives me a really beautiful bold brow that I love, but from day to day, this is all I use and it works really well. I have to make sure that not to do this because then you can see me in the background. So let me see if I can just, there you go. I think that works. Okay, so I'm going to get started right away. Now, you have options, and I'm going to give you the options. This is what I've been really enjoying. I've been using the CeraVe, when I use this combination, the CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion because it has SPF 30 in it. So you can use a tinted moisturizer, you can use a BB cream, but I have come to the conclusion that I just don't really care for a lot of BB creams and tinted moisturizers out there because I can make my own, and I can make my own tinted moisturizer, and a lot of them just aren't the right color match for me. They're too pink, they're too yellow, they're too this, so I just make my own and it works really well. I just take a little bit of this, not a lot, maybe like a pump and a half, maybe a little more than that. And then I just take, this is a foundation I've been using. I don't really use this like as a foundation and blend it in with my skin. I just make my own little tinted moisturizer. This is just a Stila Stay All Day foundation. The color is 9 medium. And I don't take very much. Like I literally take like that. See that? And then I blend the two together. I'm going to blend them. Whoa. I blend the two together with my finger. And it makes a tinted moisturizer. You don't have to blend it perfectly because, what is that? Because when you blend it into the skin, it's kind of like a moisturizer. So take your time. I know I look crazy, but it works. And that's pretty much it. Now I look shiny, but we're going to set that all in place. Now sometimes I don't even add the foundation, but I like to add just a itty bitty tiny bit of it just to help even out my skin tone. But as you can see, I'm going to zoom in. You can still see my skin. You can still see exactly what my skin looks like. It's not the coverage of a foundation. It's not even the coverage of a BB cream. It just helps with evening out my skin tone a little bit. And now this does 2-in-1 for me. I have so enjoyed this concealer, I can't even tell you. This is the Maybelline Fit Me in the color medium, and the reason why I love this so much is because it's got like a salmon tone, and it helps conceal dark circles. So this means that I don't have to use my Armani corrector. I just do this really quickly under the eyes. I did do a little tiny bit around the nose simply because my nose is a little bright on the side. And then I just use this little brush. This is technically a setting brush. It's from Real Techniques. But I blend it all in place, and as you can see, it blends out really, really easily. And I also just do lightly over my eyelids because I have sort of dark eyelids and it makes me feel like it looks really dark. So I just sweep it on, and look how quickly that is to blend out. I love this concealer. And now to set everything in place, I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Powder with a big kabuki brush. This is by Makeup Forever. And I don't even set my under eyes with anything different because I don't want a stark sort of light under eyes and then a little bit darker everywhere else, because it just doesn't, when you're not doing a full face, it doesn't really blend well, I think. So I just tap that in there and then dab that all over the skin. It sets the makeup in place. This is a beautiful color for me. It matches me so perfectly, and it really is just a really gorgeous, finely milled powder. And I just sort of set my under eyes. I even go over my eyelids so that the concealer doesn't make anything crease. And now for the cheeks, I don't even do a bronzer and blush. I use something that sort of does the purpose for the both of them, in my opinion anyway. And this is what I use. I love this. This is not what I use all the time, but this is one I've been using and I really love it. It is the Maybelline what is this? Maybelline Master Highlighting Bronzer in the color Deep Bronze. This is more like a blush, so I use it for both. I use it like a blush and a bronzer in one, and I use my big Bobbi Brown bronzer brush, dip that in there, and then just warm up the skin. You see how like lovely and warm that is? It gives you color, but it doesn't give you like a stark bronzer and contour. It's got a little bit of red in it, which matches my skin perfectly in the summer because I do have sort of that natural suntan. And I always bring it up on my forehead just to make it all look even, you know? And then a quick coat of mascara. This is my Voluminous what is this called? Voluminous Million Lashes. I just do literally like one coat. I don't really sit here and pump on my lashes. And then for lips, I really have been enjoying this. I'm not the biggest fan of these, but I really like this for every day. It's the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain in the color Honey. Just kind of like my lips, but better. And that's it. Now once my mascara sets, I do like to set it just with my Kat Von D or my all-nighter, because I think that it helps lock the powder in place. But that's it. I mean, it takes me 5 minutes. This is a great go-to face for, like I said, if you're just running some errands, like if I gotta run to the grocery store, the post office, I just have to go to the greenhouse, and I'm gonna zoom in so you can see. It's your skin. You look like you're not really wearing a whole lot, but you just have a little bit of color, a little teeny tiny bit of coverage. Is it focused? Let's see. Is it focused? Go away. It focuses on that thing, and I have to move it because it's really getting on my nerves. I move this way. Anyway, I can't tell if I'm focused or not because the camera won't show me properly. But you can see it looks like skin. We just added a little bit of color to the cheeks. It's really simple. It takes me 5 minutes, and I just think it works. And the great thing about this is that it really does. I will have this on pretty much all day, unless I'm standing outside in the sun at a barbecue or at a party, in which case I would just change the foundation. And I'll share that with you next week when I do my summer sort of heat-proof makeup. But it's just, I think it's wonderful. It works really well. It stays on, it looks like skin, it takes me 5 minutes, I feel put together, I don't feel overdone, especially because I do live in a small town, so from day to day I don't want to go to the grocery store and make my daily runs with a full face of makeup, because I do run into a lot of people and I don't want them to think like, where is she going, you know? So this really works for me, and it takes me, again, 5 minutes. Anyone can do this, whether you are maybe a new mommy who is looking for a few minutes, who's looking for an idea to get ready just a few minutes. I hope that this has helped you. And if you do have maybe a little bit of a pigmentation in your skin, maybe some scarring, maybe some acne, just use a little bit more foundation in with your moisturizer. But don't go out and buy tinted moisturizers. Make your own, because it's literally foundation and moisturizer in one. And that way you can decide. You can choose the coloring, it matches you really well. That's why I decided to just mix my own, because I bought so many and have been so disappointed because they just don't match me well, and that I just kind of gave up. And by using a good moisturizer with SPF, you've got some coverage, you're good to go, and yeah, that's really about it. It literally takes me 5 minutes, and I hope that this has been helpful. I know so many of you wanted to see it, so I wanted to bring it to you. You could definitely wear this if you were going to party or anything that you wanted to do, anything you want to go to, and you want something really light, simple, and quick. This would work for you. So yeah, I hope that you have enjoyed this. Please let me know what else you want to see this week. I will be doing my summer proof makeup. I also want to do my summer wedding makeup because I really want to get that done this week. I've been really dying to get that up. So I'm going to work on that this week. And yeah, let me know what else you want to see. Hope you find this helpful. I will leave the products I use down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.